Just a second. Hey, what's going on, everybody over there in YouTube? What's up on YouTube? So, to my people over here in X, tonight we're going to be talking about the OnlyFans model Courtney Clenney that is set to stand trial coming up. The trial date has not been officially called, but she should be shortly going to trial or whatever. I know she's supposed to go for something on January 12th. I can't remember exactly what it was. Just recently, her parents were just arrested as well too. I'm going to touch up on that. You guys over there on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and click the notification bell. Go ahead, like, share, and comment on tonight's broadcast. Definitely share it to all your social media platforms as well too, guys. We're going to be talking about this situation that made national headline last year. And not only that, this guy's family, Obumseli, they came out and they were pretty vocal about the kickback that he received for some of the comments he was making on X and some of the other social media platforms, disparaging black women as well too. So we're gonna get into that tonight. You know what I'm saying? We are definitely gonna touch up on that. I wasn't gonna do a broadcast tonight, but I felt you might as well go ahead and kick it in before the actual weekend. If you guys missed the last two, definitely check out that series we had on the situation with Elian Omar in Somalia. It was a part 1 and a part 2. That was a pretty good broadcast. So you guys make sure you check that out. Like I said, we got to go ahead. I got an article that I actually put up in the Jumbotron here on X, and over there the description. Also, this article got quite a bit of traction over here on Twitter, talking about the parents of Courtney Clenney that just was arrested as well too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to touch up on that. So our people start coming in, they can go ahead and they can get caught up on the situation as well too, guys. So they can also get caught up on the situation as well. Crazy story. This woman is an OnlyFans model, so to speak, girlfriend. Obumseli, he had all kind of tweets and stuff talking about black women while up in his white girlfriend, which hey, if you want to date interracially, there's nothing wrong with that. That's your prerogative. Go ahead and do it, but there's no need to go ahead and throw salt on the sisters the way he was, and like every comment had to be followed up with an actual diss about black women. So I'm gonna read some of the comments too from that tweet that I put out. Like I said, got quite a bit of traction, and you can hear some of the comments. I definitely don't subscribe to the notion of somebody being harmed and saying that the person that did it shouldn't go to jail or receive any time. But you got a lot of people that was saying that Negro. Am I good? Can you guys hear me well on here? Just making sure you guys can hear the volume and everything well in the actual space. I know the people on YouTube can hear, but I want to make sure in the actual space, if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? If you guys can hear me, that Negro. Blatana, if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up real quick. I want to make sure that the audio is cool on here. That Negro, can you hear me? Because I don't know some of our people. Okay, I got a thumbs up there, so I'm assuming that we're pretty good. Like I say, hopefully some of our people will be chiming in tonight. I definitely want to hear what people got to say about that. I want to see what our people leave with the comments over there on YouTube as well too about this situation too. Rera, what's up? Rera, if you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, I just want to make sure that we're not having any audio issues. I see you just popped up in here, but I know I got a thumbs up that I'm good. The volume is good and everything like that. So, Ray, can you hear me straight? I know you just popped up in here. If you guys can hear me, Rera, Ray, give me a thumbs up. Okay, good. Let me go ahead and touch up on this article real quick. It's up in the Jumbotron, and it's in the description over there on YouTube as well. It's from Black Sports Online, one of our leading sites on the Newstoter.com platform. Y'all make sure y'all visit Newstoter.com. Like I said, I know y'all all familiar with this story, but I'm going to bring you up on the latest, and then we're going to go back to what we're going to talk about a little bit, what transpired before last year as well too. Courtney Clenney's parents, Kim and Deborah Clenney, arrested in connection with the murder of her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli. OnlyFans model Courtney Clenney, who was in trouble with the law for murdering her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, is in the news again. And this time around, it's her parents, Kim and Deborah Clenney, being arrested in connection with the murder. They were arrested at their Austin, Texas home Tuesday in connection with the murder case, and according to reports, it has something to do with potential tampering. Sources with direct knowledge tell us the Clenneys were taken into custody by law enforcement in Travis County on the warrant out of Miami. The allegation, from what we understand, boils down to a laptop that belonged to Courtney's late boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, which our sources say remained in their Miami apartment after he was killed in an argument last year. We're told Courtney's dad, Kim, went back to their unit to clear out stuff in the aftermath, and in the process stumbled across a laptop, which we're told had not been impounded as evidence when the police first went through after the incident. Our sources say Courtney gave her father the password and he got in but found nothing but a crypto exchange on the hard drive. After that, we're told he notified Courtney's defense attorney about it and handed it off to the legal team. At this point, our sources said they're still in custody and the exact charges are a bit unclear, but we're told they have a bond hearing in court on Wednesday. Courtney Clenney's parents, Kim and Deborah Clenney, are still in custody, probably helping with the investigation into that matter. They haven't been charged yet, but we'll get to know the charges in the coming days. Now I'm trying to figure out, this is what I don't really understand. If they actually got the laptop and they actually turned it down, then why would they be arrested? Like, it seems like it's something a little bit deeper than that. Okay, we stumbled across the laptop, we found it, and then we gave it to our legal team. I don't understand why the parents would be arrested if they went ahead and they gave the actual laptop to the legal team. Why would they actually arrest the parents? Like, I mean, it sounds a little bit strange to me. Okay, yeah, I know this is your kid or whatever. You went in there, you got the password, you got the password from her, and not only that, how did the police potentially, when they first went into the department, how did they not pick that up when they was doing the investigation as well too? Like, they didn't take the laptop. How did the police actually miss the laptop in the actual home that the girl, the young lady Courtney and Christian actually share? So that part to me is a little bit crazy as well. So the police they miss out getting it. They said, we're told Courtney's dad, Kim, went back to clear out her stuff in the aftermath, and in the process stumbled across a laptop, which we told had not been impounded as evidence when the police first went through after the incident. So the police didn't take the actual laptop when they went in there. I don't understand that. If they're trying to say that the actual parents didn't do anything wrong, that the parents actually found the laptop and then they actually turned it into the defense legal team, why would they be arrested? Like, he got the password from her. So if it was nothing incriminating, why would she first give him the password? Secondly, if he actually stumbled across this, why? I'm a little bit confused on that one right there. To me, that doesn't make any sense. It seems like it's got to be something deeper. Like, hey, did he find something incriminating in there? Did he go ahead? Did he erase something off of the actual? Did he erase something off? And I'm just, this is just a theory. So I'm not saying that he did or he didn't, but this is just a theory. Why would they go ahead and do that? So I'm a little bit, and then I don't understand. We hear about the father in the situation, but why did the mother get arrested? Like, the father is the one that actually, from what they said, the father was the one that actually went in there. So why was the mother also arrested with the father? Like, I don't know. 2 and 2 just don't seem to be adding up right here. The dad goes up in there, he gets the password, he goes on the computer, but both of the parents were arrested in connection with the murder. Like, I'm missing something here. Like something is just not connecting. I don't know what it is, but I'm missing something. I don't understand the whole connection right here. Also, there was a video that circulated a couple weeks ago, I think the Daily Mail, and I'm going to read that too, where it was an incident that they showed on video that she was actually striking this dude. Now, that's been one of the big things that his family's been saying, that, hey, he was being emotionally abused and physically abused by her. Of course, she said that when she actually committed the actual murder, suppose, I guess, in self-defense, that he had been abusive to her and he had been doing all kind of stuff to her as well too. So both sides are using the actual remark that, hey, okay, this person was getting beat in the relationship and this and that or whatever. But it's actual video that's actually out as well too, that the Daily Mail and some other sites had too. And I'm going to read the actual article on that, but I'm just a little bit confused on this situation with the parents right here. Like I say, in the article that I read from Black Sports Online, it's only talking about the actual dad stumbling across the actual laptop. It says nothing about the actual mother herself. So why was the mother? I could see if you had to arrest the dad, that's one thing, but why was the mother also arrested? So let me stumble upon that. I see what's up, Trouble. I see you up in here. I see Trans is up in here. Rerod, Ray, guys, what's up? What's up? Make sure y'all go ahead and retweet this out. This ain't gonna be a long space, but I did want to go ahead and touch up on this real quick. Let me read this actual article from the Daily Mail as well, too. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up real quick, guys. Shout out to everybody that's up in the space and up on YouTube as well. Let me see if I can find this. This is from the Daily Mail. Take it for what it is. It says, OnlyFans model is seen hitting boyfriend in video taken weeks before she stabbed him to death. New video has emerged of OnlyFans model Courtney Clenney smacking a boyfriend weeks before she stabbed him to death in their Miami condo. Clenney is awaiting trial for murdering her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, in her apartment. In April 2022, she is being held without bond. Her attorney says she was acting in self-defense when she stabbed Obumseli, but his family and lawyers say she was the aggressor. In videos released by them this week, Clenney is shown slapping Obumseli and yelling at him during a previous altercation in Aspen. Let me scroll down. Give me 1 second. It's unclear how soon before his death the video was filmed. The footage filmed by another person in the room shows Clenney blaming Obumseli for hindering her progress in sobriety. She complains about him flirting with other women, not complimenting social media content of hers, and telling him she is fed up. He argues back with her that he is done. It remains unclear if the video will be submitted as evidence at Clenney's trial. She and her lawyers are fighting to block the submission of similar footage, claiming she did not consent to videos being filmed. So it must be a number of these videos that was filmed that they're trying to stop from actually coming in. Obumseli's family have long claimed that he suffered emotional and physical abuse while dating the model. She tells the same story in reverse. Her lawyers recently claimed to have proof of another altercation, this time in Las Vegas, during which Obumseli took clumps of hair from her. The first is in Las Vegas 2021, where she actually called security, and the interview of the security officer by police. And you can see it in the body camera. The police officer, he says he overheard her saying, "Get your hands off me." And when they got to the room, clumps of her hair were on the ground. Clooney's lawyer told Law and Crime in a recent interview. Crazy situation going on right here. This story seems just crazy to me at this point in time right here. Apparently, like I say, there must be other videos. She's saying they weren't taken without her permission. So his family from day one, this is the same guy y'all remember that was talking about black women and not being attracted to them and coming up with all kind of, derogatory things to say about black women. Now, you had a number of people that's been on the actual spaces that were saying, not spaces, but the actual comments. And I'm going to read some of the comments of the actual article I tweeted out the other day that got some decent traction. It's up in the Jumbotron. I want to read some of the comments real quick, guys, just so you had one dude named August the Milk Sucker. He said, "Free her." So I asked him, I says, why do you think she's innocent? He says she's guilty, but she smoked an anti-black migrant, so she's a hero in my book. And that, of course, when he said that drew the response of quite a few people. I say he was definitely anti-black American. Still, if she's convicted, she will do time in the pen. He had a number of other people said, so how's that something bad? Okay. I don't know what they're talking about right here, but I'm going to read a couple more actual comments. People says, lock her up, just dudes. Let's see somebody else. Simply Rick says, consequences. Carl Lucas said, I hope the Obumseli family gets justice they deserve. As a black man, I wish he would have simply walked away from that abuse. Sadly, love will make us all stay in a bad, abusive relationship. Rejoice in paradise. Christian, and to which people said, Bambi Eye says he was too busy on the internet like black men attacking black women to notice the enemy within. I don't know where all that came from, but Nova says he was racist towards people that looked like him, that he missed he was sleeping with the real enemy. He added nothing to this world, so he had to go. Like I said, it was some pretty harsh comments. Love don't do crap like that. If you think love is doing well, you don't. Somebody Mex says you don't know love too much. The mass majority of the human population. Please don't confuse love with stupidity. Top Flight says we are grown. Let me read some more. Yeah, this one cat, James Ellis, said mud shark, cold burner, lock her up. People saying that was racist, and then you had a bunch. Then of course this just led to a huge this led to some huge race conversations and stuff. This situation here. Somebody named Astro, a chemist, says we love our white women. Please stop the hate. Okay, please stop the hate. Somebody says I'm about to eat some smoked wings. Okay, I don't know what that means. Damn, I would have done the same if that was my kid. Let me see. To be honest, reading the headline, I was like, damn, they helped her kill him. Then I read the article, and they probably did what a lot of parents do when a child does some messed up. They try to protect them as best they can. They threw away the laptop. That may have had evidence. It had to be something with that laptop that the parents had, because of just stumbling across a laptop and then you give it to the actual defense team, and then next thing you know, like I said, the dad was the one who actually had the interaction with the laptop. Next thing you know, the mom is arrested as well too. That just don't seem like it really adds up. So before anyone, okay, I don't know what they're talking about. This person, Deion Harris, says leave them white girls alone. You don't know if they're racist or not. They come from races. That's why I believe in same race marriage. You can be friends with whoever, but when you're talking about marrying and sleeping overnight, now I have to feel safe when I go to sleep. Yeah, it was a lot of comments like that. 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. Lock them up, lock them up, lock them up. Is Marcus around? Says, when we gonna learn, my brothers? When we gonna learn that beneath white people's affection is 500 years of animosity towards us? Okay, Marcus was, Roscoe Johnson says, too many fine black women out there. I can't really feel sorry for him. He must have been a tether. That wasn't going to be long before it actually said it. JX says, nothing but karma for hating and disrespecting FBA. Tether, real talk. Chief Turtle says, damn. Lionel Kishner says, I guess he never watched Get Out. Get Out. Yeah, Get Out was a pretty crazy movie. Avengers, he had this picture up and we had all the people. We talk about when will they never learn? Swirlers never prosper. Wu Kang says he didn't get out. Marshall says, as long as we obey false gods, we'll face, like, I don't, what are we talking about here, bro? John Hill says, the parents need to be locked up. If Courtney Clenney was being tried in the same I guess he's trying to say DeSantis stronghold part of Florida, then she would likely have gotten away with murder and may even still, she's in Florida. So it's really a real possibility that, hey, I wouldn't be totally shocked if this chick does find a way to walk and get away as well too. I got trouble, and I got reroute up here as well too. Ladies, I want to definitely hear your point of view, because like I said, this guy was pretty he was pretty anti-black. He was anti-black, but he was more anti-black woman than anything else. Some of the tweets he was saying and everything else as well too. Do y'all feel like this is something that Black Americans that we as a people that we really need to worry about? Because a lot of people were saying, hey, you know what? He seemed to kind of bring it on himself. And I don't, like I said, I don't wish death on anyone, but a lot of people felt that because of his mouth and because of some of the stuff he was saying, that I guess karma caught up to him. Like I said, I don't wish death on anybody or whatever. And I don't, if the girl, well, I ain't gonna say if she did, she did stab him to death, but based off of what everything is reported, and she's only being charged with second-degree murder too, from what I understand. So, she's if she is convicted, the amount of time she's gonna get, I don't think it's gonna be all that long. I wouldn't be surprised if she got convicted, if she might get 10 years or something like that. And we in Florida too. Because that one comment about it being DeSantis state and stuff like that, I wouldn't be totally shocked if she didn't get they may give her 10 years or something like that and say, oh well, it wasn't first degree. She didn't try to get it, it wasn't premeditated, this or that or whatever. So I wouldn't be totally shocked if she didn't, just kind of get a brush up on this as well too. But I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say, and in the articles, see someone says that 10 years, yes, she'll be out on YouTube. Or Keitha said, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Like I said, it's second degree too, so it's not, it's not first degree. So yeah, I don't think if she does get convicted, and then too, you got to also worry about too, like, that's why they're trying to go ahead and put the domestic thing out there as well too. If it can be proven that they had some kind of volatile situation, and you already got his side saying, yeah, he was emotionally abused and physically abused. Of course, you got the videos emerging. Now you got her team of lawyers trying to keep those videos from being put out there as well too. If they can produce some videos, and now you got people saying, oh well, yeah, it was a clump of her hair missing and stuff he pulled out and stuff like that. So if they can go ahead and use that the battered woman syndrome, then yeah, you could possibly 10 years, 5 years if she's convicted. Like I say too, you got to also remember the state that you're in. You're in the state of Florida, and Florida, it's not the wild, wild west. It's down south, but in Florida, Ray, you pretty much know, you live in Florida as well too. Anything pretty much goes here as well too. So I wouldn't be, if she got off scot-free, it wouldn't be totally shocking to me. The fact that she is in jail, and I believe she's in jail without bond, that doesn't bode well for her. But like I say, it's still, this case is still up in the air. It's still and she hasn't officially gone to trial yet. And damn, we've gone on 2 years since this incident actually happened. She's supposed to appear in jail, I think January 12th, for some kind of preliminary hearing. I don't know if she actually did appear or not. I'm still trying to find it out. So she was supposed to actually appear in jail. She has not appeared yet. So I would not be totally shocked if she actually finds a way to actually beat this case as well too. I mean, it's people saying the swirling impact, the swirling effect or whatever, but this cat, he was pretty anti-black, and from what I understand, some people say he had family members that were also saying similar things online as well too. I'm going to see if I can pull up some of the actual tweets that he was saying as well too, because I heard it was some crazy stuff that this dude was putting out there and saying as well too. So, shout out to everybody up in the space. We're definitely not going to be up in here too long. I wanted to get with people. I wanted to see if any of you guys had anything that you want to add to the actual conversation tonight. Everybody's pretty quiet so far. Nobody has anything to add. Like I said, we got a couple sisters up in here too. So like, I definitely want to see what you guys. I see Sassy at the bottom of the screen as well too. So, definitely he was more anti-black towards black women than he was the black men. He felt like he had what do you call it? He had a trophy on his arm. He felt like he had a trophy, not a trophy wife because they weren't married, but he felt like he had a trophy on his arm as well too. So he made it a point. Sometimes you see guys on social media and stuff too. A lot of times they have a white wife, and then they definitely speak about it. They talk about it. Oh yeah, well I've heard them say my white woman, she's shaped this way, and my white woman looks so good and this and that or whatever. Like I say, if you're in a relationship and you have in an interracial relationship, hey, that's your thing. But when you start taking shots, he was talking about red bone women and something about nose rings. It was so long. I'm trying to remember some of this crazy stuff this dude was saying. I'm trying to pull up some of these tweets and stuff because he was saying a lot of crazy things. That really, like, a lot of people kind of let him slide with for a while, but unfortunately, like I said, and I see Zeb, she's still going at it with somebody online too. Like I say, that people still up in these comments and stuff, and like these comments take a shape of their own. Like I can't even find all of the comments people been leaving and reading and stuff like that about this situation with this dude here. It's been crazy. A lot of people Just they've been leaving all kind of comments about him and um about about his taste in women. And I don't know. Like I said, I know his family was asking for support a couple years ago. They were trying to get black people to stand by him, and they were saying that the brother was just young and he made those remarks and stuff when he was a young man, and it shouldn't be it shouldn't be taken seriously or whatever. But for whatever reason, people they still remember a lot of stuff that he was tweeting. So it is what it is. You see if we can because we ain't gonna keep the space going too much longer. We ain't got, let's see, DJ coming up in here now. Now I meant to tell DJ, I meant to tell you to see if you could find some of those tweets and stuff, but because I can't remember. I know it was some articles and stuff, but I haven't really looked to see actually some of the tweets and some of the stuff that he was saying. He was saying a lot of crazy stuff. I was about to curse myself, but he was saying a lot of crazy stuff. What's up, DJ? Are you up in the space? Might give him a chance to see. Hey, can you hear me, DJ?
Yeah, this silly ass Twitter, man. You know what I mean? It just takes forever to come up on the microphone or whatever. But we'll shout out to the Newstoter family. It was good, everybody. You know what I mean? Happy. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up.
Yeah, I was trying to find some of those tweets, like some of those crazy tweets that old boy had and stuff.
Hey, look, I know I got them because I screenshot everything. I'm all car king. You know what I mean? But I might have to dig for that, so I'm gonna just try to look for it online though. But yeah, he was going in on the black women's, man. He was going in.
Oh yeah, he was going in big time.
Oh yeah, for sure on that one. You know what I mean? Let's not forget his brother. His brother was asking pleading for help, and then the whole reason why they was asking for help originally because those tweets came out that he was anti-black woman. You know what I mean? So a lot of folks feel like, well, F that knacker. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real. You know what I mean? Try to keep it cordial for the space or whatever. But hey, man, you know what I mean? So we had a conversation earlier. He's just one of many of the diaspora that come here and think America is sweet for whatever the reason, and think they can disrespect black people. So let's motion on over to the Midwest and talk about that dude Patrick Loyola that wound up getting shot in the head by that white cop for stealing a car. He was on some New Jersey Drive Grand Theft Auto, but you ain't from the bricks. So cop looked you know what I'm saying? Why you hop out the stolen car, fake tags, the cops try to be so nice and cordial with you. Hey, just get back in the car, yada, 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 you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to arrest you or anything like that. I just want you to sit in the car. And once he sat in the car, he came back, cops going like, yo, these tags don't match this car or whatever the case be. I'm going to have to tow it or all this other stuff. Cop wasn't even trying to arrest him. The joker hop out the car. He ain't had no shoes on. He started running. It's raining out here. You know what I mean? Cop gave chase to him. Joker tried to wrestle him for the pistol. Cop popped him. So what did his family say after that, though? Oh, the father. Oh, if I would have known America was like this, I would have never brought my family over here. They from the Congo, by the way. So how you not know how America was before you moved over here? Considering you're Congolese, that don't make sense. Let's not forget what his sister said when they was on the steps protesting of the courthouse down there where they had it was Minneapolis, Minnesota, somewhere one of the meetings. So, yeah, I'm not black. I'm African. You know what I mean? Why is that important when your brother just took one in the head by a race soldier? Well, why does it matter where you're even fucking from? Excuse my French. Why does it matter where you're from? You know what I mean? That don't make any sense, man. It just don't make any sense, man. Let's talk about even though he survived, I have Lulu Wema over here in New York with them yeah, man, I don't even know what to say to try to keep it cordial.
Well, at least I'll say this right here. Like, at least the other people weren't sitting up here like the people you talking about, even like the Botham, what's his name, Botham, that got killed by the police officer that came in there. At least they weren't. Yeah, Botham Jean, they weren't outwardly saying this kind of stuff that this dude was saying a lot of coon type stuff here. Like the other people, they weren't saying it, but this guy here, maybe their family members may have said stuff, but he himself, you couldn't tell him like he didn't have like the little princes on his arm that he wasn't doing it. He wasn't living it up.
Right, correct. Now, I'm what you saying, but if their parents and their siblings felt like that after these folks were killed, then more or less they felt like that too, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is some of the information that most of us in these spaces that we be in intellectually are just starting to understand how black immigrants feel about black Americans. That's all it is. So, same thing with the Botham Jean family. We don't know if he was really messing with that Becky or not. The police.
I ain't gonna put it. I'm not gonna put it on all black immigrants. I'm gonna put it on the ones.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm talking about the mentality, bro. It's the mentality. You don't have to point the finger at anyone. It's the mentality, bro.
But no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna put the mentality on this dude here. And like I say, Botham Jean, I don't know because, like I said, he didn't get a chance to actually tell his side of the story or whatever. I don't know if him and the cop have some kind of affair going on or something.
I'm trying to say, bro, we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And how does she all of a sudden just wind up in the wrong apartment and you drew your pistol on someone you didn't even know what the situation?
Yeah, but here's my thing with the Nigerian dude though. The Nigerian dude was sitting up here. He was saying all kind of slick stuff about black women. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like I would have to actually see these other cats say slick stuff about black women.
I got you, bro, because blood pressure got his hand up. So again, this is the argument. Bahima tried to give me the other day when I gave her some pushback. When you saying, well, no one's saying that. Why are you saying what we're saying in this room is so telling? Well, hold up a minute. It's not telling when you go on YouTube and Google, you know what I'm saying, and you research Africans versus African Americans. You know what I'm saying? Africans or diaspora versus black Americans. Specifically labeled like that. So again, it's the mentality. Now you ain't gotta put it on these other jokers. I'm just saying, speaking about their kinfolk, their family members. They think the same way. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, more or less 9 times out of 10, if you with the bunch that's doing the crime, you most likely committed the crime too. You know what I'm saying? This is why you're held in contempt of court and they're going to arrest you for allegedly being in the same vicinity. It's the same thing, but go ahead. I want to hold the space up.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get the pressure, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to disagree with that because, like I say, your family might feel a certain way, but you don't necessarily have to feel that way. But I'm gonna get the pressure and original and let them go ahead and kick it. What's up, pressure?
Hey, what's up, Sam? What's up with everybody in the room?
What's up now?
Touch on something DJ said that was very poignant because I ran into this too in my personal life dealing with so like it's a lot of Nigerians in Houston, but I've actually dealt with it with a couple of ladies from Jamaica also, but namely Africans, and namely the one that DJ brought up, the guy from the Congo, and I've said this before. What is such a glaring conundrum with those cats in Africa? Because like DJ said, I've heard this personally in my life. Oh, well, there's no such thing as white supremacy, and you guys in America, y'all don't take advantages of the things that America lays at your feet. But like DJ was saying about the guy from the Congo, and I know you know this also. I'm sure everybody in the room knows this. Do you know what the Dutch did to the Congo? Even to this day, King Leopold and the literal butchery he committed in the Congo. Nigga, how you come across the water and think you went to some parallel universe where white people are nice? It always blows me away about them cats in Africa because, like I said, this is personal experience. I'm not talking about some clip I saw on YouTube or something I heard Tariq say or anything. Personal experience. I have heard those Native Africans that move here and they come here and they're mind blown when they experience racism firsthand. And I'll mute up on this.
Real talk, pressure. Shout out to Black Pressure. Let me give a shout out to Nightfall over there. Nightfall left a question on, left a comment, I should say, on YouTube. Nightfall, he was talking about Botham Jean. He says, I bet Botham and old girl were messing around, but he dumped her and probably threatened to squeal to her real boyfriend. So she stopped him. She stopped first thinking being a cop would cover it up. So Nightfall over there throwing some conspiracy theories about the cop saying that she must have shut him up or whatever, because he was going to go in and tell the boyfriend. Let me go ahead and get to original. I see Rivera, you up here as well too. So if you want to speak, just go ahead and raise your hand. We'll get to you. Like I said, also I want to get to some of the women up in the space as well too. Rira, I know you don't really talk that much, but if you get a chance, come on up here. Trouble, I know Trouble. You pick and choose when you want to speak as well too. You may be busy as well, but I definitely want to get some of the sisters' point of view. And anybody have any of some of them old tweets of Christian Obumseli? And I'm sure they probably done deleted some of those tweets and stuff like that too, because it was those tweets was kind of going around. They went viral, whatever. If y'all got some of those tweets that he was talking about Black women in particular, definitely post them up in the comment section so we can go ahead and we can read it up, because he was talking all kind of noise at one point in time as well. Well, he was talking all kind of noise, and then like I said, his brother and them came, later on after he was unfortunately, met his demise, and then they kind of tried to go ahead and say, well, it was this and that. He didn't feel that way. He was young. I think they was even trying to play it off when he was in high school or something like that as well too. But no, he meant what he was saying. Original, what's going on tonight? How you doing?
Hey, peace, Black power, and lineage-based preparation. Well, just to give another take or whatever, I have a relative who knew Bolt and John personally. They used to attend the same church, and yeah, Bolton was down with the swirl. So whoever on YouTube said that. So whoever said that, more than likely they was fooling around and he broke it off or whatever happened, and she decided because she was a cop, she was gonna, more than likely that she made that thing up about she was at the wrong apartment door. But my relative who knew him, he said he was down with the swirl. He wasn't, he liked Becky's, and so I just want to put that out there. And yeah, what Black Pressure was saying about Leopold over there in the Congo, I mean, what they did to them people over there, it was just insane. And see, we have to understand that a lot of Black folks from the continent, they have a different perspective of white folks than we do. They see them coming, even though with all the evil they've done to them, but they still see them as some kind of savior coming to rescue them. But what they would do, it's in that, what was that book name? It was called Leopold stuff. I can't think of the name. I got it in there somewhere. But what they would do was they would take like a loaded gun and shoot it at one of the Congolese and kill them. Then they would take another gun loaded with blanks and shoot it at one of themselves and tell them, say, look, see, my God is more powerful than yours. My God didn't let me die, or something like that. It was something to that effect in that book. So that's why I didn't know that they had this vitriol for us until I started, getting on Twitter, and I started hearing it from different sources, and that's when I had to go like, I would not be participating in anything with them. I think it'll be in our best interest if we just begin to just focus more on ourselves and leave them to where they are, because at this point, I don't see myself trying to do anything with them at this point, because and like you said, Newstoter, I know it's not all of them, but it seems to be the bulk of them to have this vitriol for us, and me, I'm just not going to put up with it. I'll land with that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, like I never say it's the bulk of them, because I don't know every African immigrant in the world and the country and stuff like that. So I just go by the ones that we actually hear and say that this dude here. I'm sure there are those that come over here that don't be cooning to the level that these people right here cooning and stuff like that. So that's why I never say, that's all of them or this or that or whatever. Just like when people try to say, all black men, they got white wives and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, no, that's not true at all either. There's a small percentage of, yeah, there's a small percentage of black men that's actually married to white women. So that people try to make it seem like because you watch on TV and you look at the NFL or you look at the entertainers and stuff like that, and then you want to sit here and say that. And I know now, especially for us that's in our 40s on up, as compared to when we were kids, you see a lot more mixed kids and stuff. When you go in the stores and you go and you look at stuff, you see a lot more mixed kids running around now than you did, say, back in 1990 or whatever. So, yeah, we know that there is a larger number of, black men that do date outside their race. But when people start saying, all black men got white wives and all black men got white girls, and I'm like, well, no, all black men don't. So that's the only reason why I don't say that. I don't group them all together. I try to go ahead and group the individuals because this dude here had a serious issue with black women. He every time he had a chance to say something bad about one, and you have a lot of them like that. So the ones that do that, then we do need to go ahead and put them out there. I just don't say that's how they all are. That's all of them, this and that or whatever. But the ones I see, that's the ones that we got the beef with. And this dude, like the one that's always on the videos dancing and stuff. That I hold him accountable. I'm not gonna hold all people, all Nigerians, all Africans accountable, but the one that's up there every time you see him at the restaurant, he's wearing a little tighties and he's sitting up there dancing and he's cutting up or whatever. That's him. Like I put it solely on him. I don't put it on all of the actual, the brothers and sisters of the diaspora, because we do got some brothers and sisters of the diaspora that don't play all of that. So we, I try not to include them or whatever into it, but the ones that are doing it, yeah, go ahead and ride on them. I don't have an issue, ride on it. And this dude here, like I say, it's sad to say, a situation like this, I don't sit up here and rejoice. And I think most people don't sit up here and rejoice, but at the same time, I mean, this is somebody that don't know history, because hey, you have to be oh so careful now. If you in a relationship and and quote unquote and videos and everything else, surfacing, if this white woman is hitting on you and this and that or whatever, man, you need to get the hell up out of Dodge. You can't sit around and play with that. You mess around and you click and you do something back. I mean, you're playing with your life here. So let alone going to jail, but you are seriously playing with your life. So you can't sit up here and if she's putting her hands on you and this and that or whatever, and it's getting to that point, it's volatile, and Lord knows they're talking about videos surfacing, how like her team is trying to block videos from being submitted. Like, damn, how many videos is it? Because they didn't say video, they said videos. So how many videos of potentially her hitting and whacking on him and just going off and just cursing him out and everything else is there out there? So this could be a lot more, who knows? I mean, you can't sit up here and just play games like that, whatever. So most black men in this country know that. Most black men know that, hey, but then let's be for real. There are a number of black men. We saw in the Jonathan Majors was running away. He was running away and he still got the short end of the stick. He's running away from him. He had enough sense that, hey, let me get up out of Dodge or whatever. But, he still ended up paying the price as well, too. Go ahead, Original. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say this now. When that went down, and I think it may have been Tyreek. So when that family reached out to black folks, so there was somebody who conducted more extensive research on that family, and because they had apologized and said, yeah, we're sorry that he did that, or they were trying to make excuses for him. And then they started looking at some of the other family members, and they had the same vitriol that he had.
I think it was the brother. Yeah, the brother that was sitting up there saying it.
Yeah, but I think it was more than one family member. So that's why I say, these people, when they have this vitriol for us, and it usually travels within their entire family, because again, they've been given false information about us but it appears that they don't have the wherewithal that we do, whereby when we understand that when white folks talk about another black person, regardless of what they're from in the world, we already understand that, we just look at them like, and what do you want me to say? Because we understand that that's part of their divide and conquer routine. That they come and talk about this, and then they're going to try to bump you up, but at the same time, they're trying to get rid of both of you. So, but I don't think they have that wherewithal to understand that that these people, they mean them no good. So I just want to share that so that maybe somebody can, if someone else heard that as well. But yeah, they said it was other family members, and because if you look, when you're out and you look at them, they look at you like with this disdain, like they don't. They look at you because I had a tire that I needed repair, and I didn't have any of the little tar strips. I said, okay. So somebody said, oh, you can go over here. So I went to this little tire shop over here on Downey Howell, and so it ended up it was one of them that owned the shop. He didn't look at me that way, but it was one of the customers. I'm like, well, you better take your ass on take your butt on somewhere else. But it's like they just have this disdain for us because of what they've been brainwashed with. So that's why I don't, like I said, I come out of that Pan-African movement, but I've since dumped that, and I don't, if I see one of them in distress, I ain't coming to the rescue. I'm just going to put it out like that because there's just no more trust there for me, and I'll land with that.
You say you're not gonna help them out if they need some help.
Let me tell you, so back in the 90s, I was working in downtown LA. I would catch the train from Long Beach to downtown. So there was a couple. They was like, they kind of looked at me strange. I'm like, I said, okay. I said, well, what's wrong? So it turned out they were from Liberia, and they were trying to get to the courthouse. And so at that time, I was like, I was pro-Africa. If I see a black person from the country in distress, I'm going to step up and do the right thing. And so I asked the bus driver where was he, if he was going near the car. He said, yeah, I'll drop him off, right there in front of the court. I said, okay, I just want you to take care of him now. And they said to me, well, you're going to be late to work. I said, they'll be there when I get there, But now, if I saw them in distress, excuse me, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not doing that now because it's like they've shown me, that the vitriol they have for us, don't see myself there to them like that. It's not about hating them or anything like that. It's about them coming to us when they're in distress, and then when they think things are going well for them, they're looking at us with disdain. So, hey, as I say, it is what it is. I'll land.
All right. Thank you, Original. I'm going to get the Black Pressure and read something real quick that Nightfall said. And we're talking about the family member. He says, yeah, it was a female cousin that said it, and she had all kinds of derogatory posts on her Twitter and Facebook. So, yeah, I know people were saying that the brother, I believe that they were saying about the brother, but he said it was a female cousin, Nightfall said. So, yeah, you're right about that, Original. We did hear that as they started investigating, looking deeper into it, that the family had, they had some negativity about Black people, on their social media accounts as well, too. So, Black Pressure, go ahead. You got it.
I was going to say news and give you a parallel example, but the brother was from the States. He was Black American, African American, whatever moniker you want to use. But I can't think of this cat's name. I know everybody remembers. It was a dude in Sacramento. I want to say this was a good 3-4 years ago. The police gunned him down in his backyard. I can't think of that family's name. But his brother was like clowning on TV, talking about burn Sacramento down. I think it's Sacramento or San Diego. Is in one of them. I can't remember. And his brother was kind of leading the charge for justice for his brother, and they actually had the video of the cops came in the backyard, and the dude had his cell phone in his hand. I mean, they wasted him. I'm talking about they bag dumped and just
I vaguely remember that too, Pressure.
Yeah, he had children with an Asian and shit, right? So Tariq got into it. I think Jason Black, he got on it too. And of course, I'll be damned. Same thing with that Nigerian dude. They did a dish you. They gave him the dish you treatment. They dug his tweets up. That nigga hated black women. This nigga was black as a black Crayola in the Crayola box. And he said, I ain't got nothing to do with being black. And the only thing black is my Xbox. And I'm, air quotes, Native American. And my children ain't black and Asian, they Native American. Da-da-da-da-da. And when the cops showed up, it's amazing how you Native American, you not black. They treated you just like a nigga and gunned him down. This was on television. They showed everything. I cannot think of that guy's name, but it's funny. It's that kind of spirit they have. It's funny how some negativity and death they're always close behind when you have black people that think like that about their own bloodline. I'll mute up and listen.
And I see Nightfall. He said, "Yep, his brother went to City Hall, jumping up and down on the table, asking people if they loved him."
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, yeah. I got you right. Damn. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up.
Oh man, that's crazy for real. I see Viral Drip just came up here. Viral, did you?
Clark.
That's who?
Stephon Clark.
Thank you, Randy. Though I remember the first name. I couldn't remember the last name.
Okay.
Right. What was his brother's name though? The one dancing on the table.
Do you love me? That was him.
God, that's his name. That was embarrassing. It really was, yo. So hold on, what was his nationality? You said Russian?
He was Black American. That nigga hated He hated black women.
Oh.
And you talking about the one, Stephen Clark, the one that got killed. He hated black women because
Yeah.
Like Latino or white or something like that.
I think he was like Vietnamese or something like that.
Here's the thing, like these jokers, they can't just be content dating outside their race. They gotta show their hatred for black women. Like everything, like every time they pose and take a picture, this or that or whatever, they always gotta show their white wives or whatever. Like I say, if you want to date outside your race, fine. But when you start taking shots and start dissing black women, like, hey, you already left black women alone, so they should be the least of your worries. Like, I don't understand that.
You know what's sad though? It's harsh, but the Sacramento Police Department showed him what color he was.
Oh yeah, he got his Negro wake up call that night. He found out really what time it was. You can sit up here and say all that other stuff, but when the cops show up or whatever, they looking at you as one thing and one thing only. So he got his wake up call. Now y'all know in this case right here, this with the Christian Obumseli, like the woman is actually charged with second degree murder. She ain't charged with first degree. So how many years, if she get a conviction, how many years y'all think she gonna see in time? Y'all think she gonna get 10 or less?
News, and her lawyer gonna make a deal and they gonna plead down from that. So she probably do like 18 months.
Damn, 18. I thought she was gonna come back and say 5 years for like 18 months, cuz 18 months. Damn.
Hey, you watch your lawyer plead it down to like negligent homicide or something like that. You watch.
Don't forget we are in Florida as well too. So
yeah, that's what I was just
we're in Florida. I'm in Florida, and we got a couple people. I see my girl Tata. She's in Florida. Ray was in Florida. I'm not sure if Ray still is. So yeah, we in Florida here. So and this is a white woman, and they're gonna look at her too, and even though she was swirling and they'll call her a mud shark and all this other stuff, they consider her to be a fairly attractive white woman as well too. So like I said, the whole card too gonna come out too about the abuse thing. They, you know, they're gonna try to pin that abuse on him, like, oh well, she was in fear of her life. She had to react. She had a he was beating her for years. He was treating her. So that's gonna be can they put, he's a dead man too. So can they put that the whole abuse pattern on him, that he was beating her for years, and not only physically but emotional. You know, they got to put the emotional abuse on there as well too. If they can tie that in there, if they can tie the physical and the emotional abuse in there, Pressure, you right. It'll be, I'll say 17 months, maybe 2 years. But if they can tie it in there effectively or not, she could get off. She could, you know, I know a lot of people be pissed off, but hey, you know.
And don't forget, Dude was fairly muscular. They're gonna bring that up, and the intimidation factor, and what do you think she thought when she looked at him? And
no, yeah, you know that. And Nightfall say he live in Florida too. Say she gonna get off.
To be honest, it ain't got to be just because it's in Florida. It was a similar case. This Nigerian brother out of Houston, and he had this Becky. And they went to this wedding. I think it was up in Montana or something. I don't know if any of y'all heard. It was years ago. And they went to this wedding. And she got wasted, drunk as a skunk. And they got to arguing. And when they went back to the place where they were staying, they would continue arguing. And she grabbed a blade and ended up stabbing him up and was like out the next day.
You're right. I mean, you're right, Viral. Like it doesn't have to be in Florida. We just know, like in certain states, you're already up against it, no matter what state you in. But certain states, when you start thinking about,
Some states turn it up a notch.
yeah, when you start like if this was Mississippi or Alabama, I mean, it might not even make it to the grand jury. So you know, Florida, they're gonna try, and it's in Miami, so they'll try to act like they're a little, you know, South Florida wants to be more liberal because you got a lot of New Yorkers down there, and on top of the people forget they think just about the actual Caribbean and Latin influence, you know, but it's a lot of New Yorkers down there as well too. So they consider themselves a very progressive, liberal type area. So, you know, they'll take it to court or whatever. But you're right, like if certain other parts of the country, man, you like, you'd be hard pressed. You'd be really, really hard pressed. Hey, DJ, hold it down for 1 second. Man, my son there coughing. Let me see exactly what's up with this dude.
Go ahead, handle this, bro. Sure. What you call it? Hopefully you just listening. Rivera, I don't know if you're down there. You want to speak, bro? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. But yeah, just to add into context of what we're talking about. So the whole reason why what I'm saying is, hey, ain't we supposed to be disaggregating the data and separating ourselves a little bit? So with that being said, right, you know, this is how these people be thinking. You know, and we're not saying all, because there's a lot of on-call black others. You know what I mean? But that's not black though. You know what I'm saying? The color of your skin don't make you black, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I press you when you're ready to argue with me about the African chemist stuff. Just let me know. You know what I'm saying? So,
what you I missed?
I said, let me know when you're ready to argue with me about what I just said. So the color of your skin don't make you black just because you got melanated skin. So if these folks are saying that they are Congolese, Nigerian, Haitian, whatever it is you're saying, that's not black, because we don't come from another country or origin, as far as we're concerned, post Civil War.
We know black.
We know black, papi. We know black, papi. We Dominican, original 42, what do you do? Hola, you know what I mean? So,
Hey, but DJ, check this out though. They know, okay, when they see white people in their country,
I put some stuff in the purple pill too and look in the jumbotron. Go ahead, so
they see the white people are not like them, and so, but they can look at us and they can see similarity.
right.
But it's like, and when they say this, that, well, in my country, we just this, that, and whatever, I'm not buying that, DJ, because they see this stuff all the time, and the white people, I mean, there was a video of this brother, he was in Ghana. So he was he went to this club, and so he was told that he had to pay for a table, then he had to buy X number of drinks, and then he said that he said, well, can I come in and just and look around for a minute before I decide to get a table and drink. And so he went ahead and got a table and drinks, but then he looked around, and there's white folks over here. They not buying drinks like he was, like he said he had to. And then he said, excuse me, he said, look, why aren't they buying drinks? And you told me I had to buy drinks. He said, he was told, well, they're not going to do it. I was like, so that's
They're not gonna do what?
they're not going to buy no drinks like they told him they had to.
Oh, you hold your money, right? I got you.
Yeah. So basically they scamming the brother.
Yeah, you stereotyping.
Yeah, but then they tell the white folks. He said but they're not gonna do it. I mean,
Wow.
this is insane, and so that's why it is extremely difficult for us to try to do anything with these. Now there are some like Julius Malina. Now I'm down with Julius Malina, but he come out kicking them all out. I ain't mad at it. Take your land back out.
South Africa, no.
Yeah, but but a lot of these other ones, man, I closed. Look, I took my shingle off and closed the shutter and shut my window. It ain't happening. I ran with that.
Hey, I'm back real quick. I want to ask y'all a question. With this situation with the dude Christian Obumseli, do you think Black Americans is it our problem? Based off of the vitriol that he had for Black American women, so you might as well say Black Americans. I mean, is it our problem, really?
Let someone else talk. Yes and no, but let somebody else talk. Go ahead, Barbara. You wanted to say something.
I hate to see anything like that happen to someone that look like me. So I can't really say no, but if we look back on a lot of these incidents that's been happening, like Patrick Lloyd, Ola, another night.
It's like Crayola about to hell.
We always stand up. The brother in New York, they got shot by that Asian guy.
Girl.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to just see with everybody, because like I say, when you look.
Yang was the name of that 12 officer too, by the way.
Yeah, no, I see Nightfall on he's saying no on YouTube, and that was a thing when I actually posted that actual article. Like I said, guys, that article's up in the Jumbotron too. It's on the far right hand side. Y'all retweet it out. It's got 48,000 views right now. So that I posted it yesterday. It's got 48,000 views. It's on the right hand side. Go ahead, retweet it. I'm sure a number of y'all actually already went to the site and actually read it. So definitely check that article out. It's talking about the actual parents and their involvement. And I don't know if y'all was in the space. A lot of y'all weren't in the space when I actually read that article. The article kind of confuses me with the parents itself. Like I said, both parents got arrested. The father was the one that came across a laptop. Now, when they actually went into the actual house where a situation happened where the guy was killed at, somehow the police left the laptop there. The daughter goes ahead. She gives him the password. The dad goes into the laptop. They act like the dad goes ahead and he turns it over to the actual defense team, but they got arrested. To me, that makes no sense. Like, it had to be something more going on for the dad to get arrested. The dad and the mom got arrested, yet the dad was the one that actually went up there, and he was the one that was actually on the laptop. So I'm like, it's like we missing something right here. Like, what did the dad do for him and the mom to get arrested? If all he did was go on the laptop and then he turned it over to her legal team, which her legal team would have had to make it would have had to I'm no lawyer, but I would think would have had to notify the prosecution that they had the actual or supposed to at least notify the prosecution that they have this laptop. So what did the father do for them to get arrested? It just don't make any sense to me. He would have had to. It would have had to been some kind of tampering.
Yeah, you know how these police are, man. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. They should have secured the evidence and put it in a lockup, but they left it. But they still probably gave that man tampering with evidence.
Yeah, that's what they got it. But they're saying like it's just like I said. And then here's the thing: the dad was the one, to my knowledge, from when I read the article, the dad was the one that actually, got the password and went on there. So why did the mom get arrested too? Unless mom, when he brought that laptop before he turned it over to the defense team, he must have got that laptop allegedly. Let me say allegedly for the purpose in the broadcast space. And him and mom might have went on there and kind of did some stuff on there, like for them to actually get arrested. Go ahead, Pressure.
The initial case about
the case. This is about the Nigerian dude that had the OnlyFans girlfriend, the white girl that ended up getting stabbed to death a couple years ago. So the laptop is hers, because she gave the dad the password. The dad went in there, and and that's what they think is potential tampering or whatever. But like I say, but then I'm just trying to figure out how did the police when they went into this actual crime scene, why wouldn't they actually get the laptop? I guess they say, well, the laptop
makes sense now. To what the police were probably doing, they probably knew it was incriminating evidence on it, and they purposely left that there. To give her better chances in court. That's the only reason I can see. If she had anything damaging to say during that whole incident, the parents probably, deleted pretty much all of it.
Had to.
Or scrubbed her social media,
They would have had to do something with it. They would have had to do something. Go ahead, Pressure.
A couple of days ago, you know who was real quiet about this? And
Who?
I searched it. I searched his YouTube, and I went on his page, his Twitter page. Ain't saying a word. That tar baby ass jungle bunny nigga Brandon Tate. He real quiet. He ain't saying a word. He quiet as I ain't gonna drop the F. Well, he quiet. I mean, he lead the charge when it comes to interracial thing, and he'll get on every podcast and he'll get on every little talk show that he can. Quiet, he ain't saying a word.
Yeah, it's a bunch. I'm surprised somebody like now. You know who else? Like and of course we blocked each other on Twitter. I'm not even sure. Tommy Sotomayor now. Like if this was the reverse, and a black woman had done this to a black man or whatever, or Tommy, he would still be talking about it and cursing as well too. So it's a bunch of dudes out there, man, that's on the.
Is he still Tommy Sotomayor still living?
He's still living.
He's one of those people that I try to watch once, and my first time watching him, like, oh.
Yeah, now this Joker, you talking about somebody that can't stand black women? Like, yikes! Like this dude be saying some stuff here, boy. I'm like, he be straight up talking about knocking them out and this and that and all this other crazy stuff. I'm like, okay. He definitely does not like black women. I don't know what a black woman did to Tommy, but he definitely cannot stand them straight up, and puts all the blame on them for everything.
With guys like that, more than likely, when they were teenagers, they got rejected by black women. So they got nothing but vitriol for black women.
It's definitely something. I'm surprised like none of our sisters came up here tonight and actually spoke as well too. Like I see we got Jess Case. Jess Case is definitely she definitely gets on it as well too. Shout out, I see Rock Roller down there in the space. Ray, we ain't heard from you in a minute, man. I know you be busy, definitely doing the school work and stuff like that. Rira, I know you was driving and everything else like that. No trouble probably behind the wheel, but I definitely wanted to hear what the sisters had to say about this. Y'all ain't find none of this boy's crazy tweets either from the past couple years. The family probably deleted that stuff too. They probably scrubbed his Facebook once he got hit up, and then everybody started like pointing to those tweets he had. They probably went ahead and scrubbed it. Like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and scrub it because they was looking for that outpouring of sympathy. They were looking for an outpouring of sympathy, even though this dude was sitting up here bashing black women left and right. Now I don't know. Now you're not going to get a whole lot of sympathy from black American women, and you sitting up here talking about them. But then this is the type of dude right here. I think not only he has something against black American women, he has something against his own women. He has something even against the women from where he's from. So he just has something against black women in general, black American women, of course, but he has something against black women in general as well too. So, like I say, I'm surprised we didn't hear any sisters coming up here saying something. Let me read what Nightfall said real quick over here on YouTube. He says, "Oh, that fool scammed us all black folks out of money for a documentary just to take money and trick it off on a Russian sex worker." You must be talking about Tommy. I heard something about that before. I don't know much about it, but I heard people talking about the Russian sex worker and stuff like that as well too. So, hey, I think once somebody reported Tommy's account, I think on YouTube, and I think that kind of messed him up. And I think he had his account going on over here on Twitter, and he got reported over here as well too. And he kind of been ghost ever since.
Carter, did you see the video when that woman got out? She was in the club, and it was black American women that ran her up out the club.
Who was this?
Yeah, it's out there. She's like, no, you need to go. She gets out, and she go hit the club like ain't nothing wrong.
Which woman? What woman was this right here, Viral?
Huh?
Which woman was this here?
This is the one in your title.
Oh, she was at the club?
Yeah, she was out in the club after she got released. Yeah. Black women ran her out the club. Said, you need to go.
They ran her out of a hotel lobby too. You can YouTube. They ran up on that name. It was like, hold on, you old girl, and they ran her out of there.
Now look at these sisters. Now he gone, and they sitting up here defending this fool here. And this goes to show you now, the woman he was in love with, she takes him out, and other women that he hated and despised, they sitting up here and they looking out for his memory, even though he's gone and he can't do anything, he can't see it. They looking out for his memory, and the woman that you were so in love with and that you just set up here, just caping for, and it didn't have to be her because it could have been any other blonde chick, and he would have set up and he would have done the same thing. She just was the one that was in his life, and these black women came to your aid, even though you're no longer here. It's just that that just kind of shows you right there, like that's crazy. I didn't even know that till y'all said that. Like, so Byron, you say they ran him about the club, and then Press, you said they ran him about a hotel lobby too. So I guess they was running her up out of everywhere. Let me look at what Nightfall. Nightfall is the one, he's leaving the comments over there on YouTube tonight. So it was his first trip out of Cali that he did it. In fact, it was the beef between Tommy and Tariq. Yeah, I forgot Tommy and Tariq. They did have their beef years and years ago. Oh, okay. I see my girl Trouble coming up there. Like, we finally get some feminine energy in here. Trouble gonna be talking some noise though. She come up in here though. That's what I like.
Hey, News. Remember when old boy Chin Check Tommy Sotomayor at the House of Consciousness? And it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
They invite a man back. Ain't that amazing?
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, he did get jawed. And then Tariq. I know Tariq stepped up to him when he was with at Vlad, right? Yeah, Tariq came. Yeah, he pulled up on him when he was at Vlad. So.
Pressure with that. What you talking about, the one where the guy socked him in his eye? You talking about? Are you serious?
Yeah, that one.
Hey, what's up, Trouble? Can you hear me, Trouble?
Them track phones, they can take a while to
better go with that food.
She got that iPhone 1.
Can y'all hear me? I know you
Yeah,
can.
we can hear you on your iPhone 1. Talk to us, sister. What's going on in the stall first one?
I just got off the interstate and I'm down here in the country. I ain't even gonna lie to you. In the country, you might catch a connection here and there. You know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Trouble. What's up, Trouble?
And I don't really think too much about this case. I don't really, I just feel like, and I don't want to make it a thing about the brother being Nigerian, because we have a lot of divestors on both sides who decide to ride for the other team, and all of a sudden, because they want to play for the other team, they throw the other gender under the bus, and they make it a focal point to denigrate black men or black women if they want to ride for the other team. And I don't know why people do that. I wish they would stop doing that. And as far as the Nigerian man in particular goes, I wonder why he didn't have him a Nigerian woman. Why did he have to go all the way and get you? It's okay if you don't like black American women. I mean, I can get that. But where's your Nigerian woman at? Why you didn't have one of them? You went and got you a whole white woman, so you just had some self-hate going on with you all together. But at the same time, I hate that the brother got killed. I wish he just would have put something on his mind a little bit, and then I wish it would have worked out. He would have just, stabbed him a couple of times. Just, choop, 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 but let me take care of him and heal his ass back to health. Maybe that put a little something on your mind. So, but to kill a person, I think that, I hope she get the max. She probably won't, but I hope she get the max for that. I hope this is a wake-up call for the divestors to see, while you were running around making it seem like your own black brothers and sisters are so bad to have, that this is what you actually get. This is what you could potentially get. So, for the foreigners that come and talk that black American woman talk and black American men talk, and y'all ain't this and y'all ain't that, and because I had a Nigerian woman who was braiding my hair years ago in Boston tell me, you American women, you don't appreciate nothing, you American black women. And that was about all she could say in English. So I don't know what that foolishness is about, but it's hard, but it is. I mean, it is what it is. Really, I don't really feel no ways. I didn't pay attention to that case. I know he said a lot of anti-black stuff, and you get these Negro wake-up calls, how you get them. You get these Negro wake-up calls, how you get them, and it generally be from the hands of another. It generally don't be at our hands, it be at the hands of another. So it kind of, I hope that puts something on your people's mind. Just a little something. Stop being, stop hating yourself. You can hate yourself, but, cut it on out. And so that's pretty much all I have to say about that. When you ask the question, is this our problem? Yes and no, I guess, maybe to a certain degree. I'm leaning more on no. This is a divestor problem. This is this is on the black divestors. That's their problem. They got to come. They have to have a come to Jesus moment about who it is that they run into, that they revere so much, that they put up on that pedestal. When you put white zaddy and white mammy up on that pedestal, and then they turn around and shank your tail later on, put something on your mind, put something on your people mind. So I mean, it is what it is. It's not all of our problem. It just belongs to a certain group. That's all. So because the most of us are codified, and it is what it is. So also when you was talking about the parents, another angle of why they could be sitting in jail is maybe they were accessories to the crime. Maybe it has nothing to do with the laptop, or maybe it does. Maybe it was some information that was found on the laptop that pointed at the parents, helping her, Shank Comey. Maybe they knew about it, and didn't turn her in. Who knows? But, I want all of them to be sitting in jail. Every last one of them. Put your mama, put your daddy. If you got a dog, put the dog in jail. So go to jail. And I land right there.
And Trump, the reason I put Nigerian because when this situation actually happened, you know, quite a few newspapers mentioned that he was Nigerian. They said Nigerian American. So I was like, well, hey, you know, he is Nigerian and everybody's claiming him as Nigerian. So I'll go ahead. Normally, you know, I don't put it in there, but you know, he actually, you know, and it was a bunch of even the situation with the parents, and because you know, a bunch of sites reporting that as well too. Well, a lot of the African sites they mentioned him being Nigerian as well too. So I was like, well, hey, you know, he was Nigerian. His girl was an OnlyFans model, and so hey, I just went ahead and put it up in the actual title because that's what it really was. He was Nigerian. So
yeah, I'm not saying anything about you as far as who he was. He was. You put exactly what it was, you know, and much respect on that because that's the way all of them need to start wording it from now on. Make it known who it is, you know. Don't just put, you know, black person, black man. Let it be known exactly where this black person came from. You know, they Nigerian American, they Congo American, you know, anybody else, Asian American, whatever. Make that known. And off subject just slightly, but if I had it my way, I would say, because I'm not going to go to another country before learning that country's history. I refuse to move to another country without knowing that country's history, especially when it comes to black people in particular. And I wish that there was some rules set in place that you could not bring your tail over here before getting some actual history lessons, because I get tired of the people coming here, especially, you know, black foreigners coming here, try to, you know, I know that y'all heard that this was the land of milk and honey. I know you watched the Bill Cosby show and all of the rest, and you think everybody living like that or whatnot, or however you viewing it. But I think all of them need some type of history lesson before they come over here with that, oh, you know, black people are all bad, or black people, you know, it's not racist over here. How the hell? You know, and it's just weird at this day and age, especially in the age of information, that you all don't have this information before you get here. Or maybe you do, but, you know, again, in a lot of other lands, they put that white man up on a pedestal, and y'all put him up so high with your 10-foot white Jesus sitting in the middle of your black lands till you get over here expecting, you know, I don't know what the hell they be expecting, but learn some goddamn history. Learn the American history, but people be trying to avoid learning the Negro history because they don't feel like it pertains to them. It pertains to you because when you get here, they're going to niggerize you. They're going to niggerize you in the same fashion, especially when they want to unalive you or when they want to harm you. But for some reason, you get here acting like some special magical Negro, that the rules of the land that apply to the Negroes over here is not going to apply to you. Yeah, they made you feel real good when they was trying to get you over here, or when they made the pact with your government to allow so many of you over here in exchange for your minerals and your resources on your land, or whatever the deal was. Made you feel real good. Probably told you some special whisper with some special buttons in your ear about how lazy the people was over here and we need you. But then get here and see the reality. Because can't nobody trick me like that. I couldn't come to your land and I'm looking at the reality of the situation, but I'm still listening to them special whispers that was in my ear before I got here. It's called common sense, and I want people to start getting some. And that's all. I'm sorry. I be ranting, don't I?
No, we appreciate that, Trouble. We appreciate that. I see we got another sister up here as well, too. So let's hear what Stephanie got to say. What's up, Stephanie?
How you doing? I don't want to cut in front of anybody.
Well, no, because everybody's, Viral and Pressure been speaking the whole time. So we're trying to get people that hadn't actually spoken. We hadn't had many people speak up in the space except for the ones that's up here now. So go ahead and speak.
Okay, I just wanted to say salute to everybody. And I just want to give a warning before I actually say it. What I'm about to say, it doesn't reflect anybody in this room or anything like that. I don't have any hatred towards anybody in any culture. I respect everybody's culture, okay, as long as you respect mine. If you don't have any love for me, my people, or the culture, then I don't have any love, respect for you or your culture. I mean, you only. So, with that being said, this person, I remember somebody had brought up Stephon Clark. And it really bothered me. This was when I was on Facebook. And, I was doing a campaign, putting this information out and supporting him until somebody shared a video of him and his girlfriend. She was Asian. And the way they mocked Black women was absolutely disgusting. Okay? And his brother is running around putting stacks of money like he has a cell phone in his ear. It was just absolutely disgusting. So I posed a question, okay, in this special group that I was in. And I asked the question, I said, this guy had made disparaging remarks about Black women. Are you still going to support this? And to my surprise, so many Black women said yeah. And I couldn't get on board with that because this man's mother is Black, whether he had a good relationship with his mother or not, but I'm sure he had an amazing relationship with his grandmother, with a couple of his aunts, or anybody for that matter. It was just really upsetting to me. And as far as Tommy Sotomayor is concerned, he's willing to die on the hill that he's on. Okay, he's absolutely for that for the other community, for the other side. If anything happens to him, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't bat an eye. I wouldn't lose no sleep over it. Okay, he's not even worthy of an announcement. That's how I feel about Tommy Sotomayor. Okay, now getting to this guy Toby, or whatever his name is.
Toby.
Yeah, that was his name, Toby. The audacity, right?
Let's go.
Okay. First and foremost, that's not a Black American issue. That's a Nigerian issue. And I'm not saying it to be hateful or mean or anything like that. These people are, quote unquote, the smartest people on the planet. We're the idiots. We're stupid. We're lazy. We're akatas. We're all these names. Okay? When something happens, everybody wants to run to the Black community and ask for help. Okay? And I was glad to see the amount of people saying no, charge it to the game. That's what he said. He talked about Black American men. He talked about Black American women. Okay? He said some horrible things. He said it's something about a white girl and some yoga pants that turn him on. Okay? So who wound up sticking up for him, just like somebody said? It was Black women that was running her out the club. Now, as far as her getting any type of jail time, she's not going to get any serious time. And if she does go to jail, once the Republicans really start setting their position in their policies in Florida, she'll be out under a pill, under a new law or something like that, because that's how this system works. It works 100% for white supremacy, and it works 100% against us. Now, if we come up and we actually beat the odds are almost rare in many cases. But as far as I'm concerned, I really don't have any sympathy like that for this young man. I'm sorry he was killed. He died the way he did. She let him know off the rip who he was. She called him, in one audio message, she called him a nigger at least 20 something times, maybe more than that. And it's clear that this girl has a mental issue. He talked about how beautiful she was. He called Black women whores and prostitutes and all of that. And she was an OnlyFans model. And that was her condo. That was her condo he was staying in. And she wanted him out. And then she ran up to him. She kept trying to fight him. And I'm like, you sitting up here and you talking about Black women and you putting up with that with her? She wasn't even pretty to look at. I mean, I could see if you got someone that looked probably Scandinavian or Norwegian or something like that, the real white women, then for you to be bragging. But she was just nothing but a typical trailer trash, trailer park person, okay? She was really nothing to look at, nothing to write home about. She was aggressive. She was disgusting, You know what I'm saying? So his family comes out, oh, we need to come together. We're all one. No, we wasn't all one last year. We wasn't all one because as far as I'm concerned, last time I checked, some of the family members was even making remarks about Black Americans as well. And it got to the point where a lot of them started getting rid of all of their tweets. I happened to save a lot of those tweets. Okay, I got to dig for them and find them, but I did save a lot of those tweets because some of the comments that they were making about Black Americans was absolutely horrid. And you're coming into someone else's land and you're doing this. Okay? So with that being said, I'm not going to say I don't feel bad. I'm just sorry that he died the way he did. But that's their issue and they have to fight for it. Okay? It's no different than when Peter Spencer got killed in Pennsylvania, when he wanted to go on a hunting trip with his white buddies. All of them came back alive except him.
Forgot about that one, man.
Okay? He had 9 bullets. He had 1 bullet in each butt cheek, and the rest were in his back. So that tells me that they appointed him to be the designated deer. They went deer hunting, and he was the only buck that they got. And it's not to be sarcastic, but they better start understanding that white supremacy plays for keeps. You are no different, from their eyes, from the Black American other than where you come from. That's what they're going to say. So when you sit here and you make all these disparaging remarks about Black Americans, especially in front of other white folks and other people, they're looking at you like, wow, these people really hate them, and they quote unquote look like them. Well, no, we don't look like each other, but I'm just giving a observation. So, but in their eyes, this is what they think. They're better. So if they think that they're better, then maybe they can handle the situation themselves. And once again, like I said, it's no disrespect towards anybody, but at some point you get tired of the disrespect and slurs being held towards you. So on that note, that's their issue. They have to handle it. But I hope she gets the maximum sentence. But we all know how the Republicans, and we know how the Republican quote unquote government works. She's going to get out. She'll probably get some time, but she won't get that much. And she'll probably get even less because of her mental illness. Because that's what they do. They'll put them in a hospital, prison for a couple of years, then bring them back out and say she's fit to stand, be in society again. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Definitely glad to hear from you tonight. I definitely want to see her butt, get thrown in jail for the simple fact you have more and more Beckys out here shooting people down and stuff as well, and killing people, even though she stabbed him to death. But yeah, she definitely I wasn't a fan of this guy and the stuff he said or whatever, but I look at it that, hey, this could set a bigger precedent. You already have to worry about stuff, and then you start having these Beckys, like I say, slicing and dicing people up and everything else as well too. I didn't agree with what this dude was saying. I definitely, for the fact of the matter that he was talking about Black people the way he was, Black women, like you say, Black men and everybody else as well too. At the same time, he's putting up with this crap from her. I'm be honest. When it happened, I didn't lose any sleep over it, to be honest. But for the greater good of other Black people, and I know we're gonna say delineation and stuff like that, but for the simple fact, these people are gonna look at him as just another, what. So for the simple fact of that matter, yeah, go ahead and lock her up or whatever. And you're right, we in Florida. She ain't. They're already piecing together how they can get us a little time. You made a great point talking about the mental side, then throwing and the points that we were talking about earlier, that the defense is already trying to frame that, hey, she was a victim of emotional and physical abuse as well too. They talk about him pulling out globs of her hair and all this other kind of stuff. So they're already trying to frame a way that that they can get her out of 5 years or less. And you throw in the mental aspect and everything else, like Precious said, was 17 months or something like that. So we already see how the wheels are working and everything else like that. For the fact of the matter that she was charged with second degree at that, already lets you know exactly where their mind is in terms of trying to find a way to get her up out of this as much as possible. So yeah, I want to, like I say, I'm not a fan of this dude here, but it could be a whole nother person, it could be another black man sitting up here, and he may not be a Tom like this one here. He ended up getting sliced and diced, and I mean, and she's walking scot free. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this dude. I didn't lose any sleep over him getting what he got or whatever. But at the same time, I'm looking at other black men. They could be in this space. It could be in the city I'm at, the state, your city, your state, all throughout this country. And then, they already set the precedence of how they want, because once they can weasel one up out of the way, then they'll go ahead and weasel, or something similar happens like that. They'll find another way to go ahead and weasel the other person coming out of there as well, too. So, yeah, I definitely, I definitely, I definitely want to see her get something. And that's all we can say is going to be something, because I already believe they already got the wheels in motion to try to go ahead and get her give her just a slap on the wrist. And like you said too, and she's a bleach blonde, because I know you can see the streaks in her hair, so she looks like she's a bleach blonde as well too. So you couldn't tell him that he didn't have a slice of apple pie. Let me go ahead and get to let me get the Just Cakes. Because we got a new speaker up here. I'm gonna get the Black Press and Byra D. Just Cakes, what's up?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey, what's up now?
So I've been in and out. I've been in the space the whole time, but the baby boy is sick, so I've been here and there. I don't know if y'all had touched on when that white man came out and he said that he had actually witnessed that guy beating on her.
No, we didn't touch on that. Tell us about that.
So before any video evidence came out, or any the family always suspected foul play, but the neighbor in a condo said that he witnessed that guy berating her and talking to her crazy, and he made it seem like she could have been defending herself when she stabbed him. Like, I don't think he said he seen the situation that wound up getting him unalived, but the neighbor had testified that he had seen that guy being abusive to that girl numerous times. So
no, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at now. Now that all the videos is actually coming out, because it's always been put out there that she was the one berating him and abusing him and stuff like that. So, I said that to say that it just shows that they're gonna stay on code regardless. If you don't have no video proof to corroborate or go with what the truth is, then they're gonna always stick together and stuff like that. Like they always quote unquote on code. They always on code with one another. So as far as the Nigerians and what he said in his tweets, what he said, they always talking about the culture that they have. Africans, especially Nigerians, they always talking about how rich in culture that they are. But when you look at most of those swirler channels with the African women and the white men of whatever variety, and the black men with the white women of all varieties and stuff like that, a lot of times it seems like that's part of the American dream that they seeking. I rock with Trouble. Most of the time, me and her, we walking, hand in hand on my points. But I'm, and for everybody else that's saying that they ignorant and they don't understand how the American culture is, I don't really think they care. It's the proximity to whiteness at no matter what cost. They burn themselves. They tear their skin up. They harm themselves by bleaching and everything else. So I don't think it's a matter of ignorance. I feel like just overall, when that's given to them, I just feel like it's They don't deserve that. I feel like they're making a willful choice to be ignorant. Yeah, that's just how I feel. It's just like as soon as they get to America, first they gotta scam, enroll in somebody's school, and of course get them a white man or a white woman. And I landed there because they don't want me to.
I hit a little one. All right, thank you. I'm gonna be honest. The swirling channels. I don't really watch them. I don't care if it's Black American swirling channels or it's foreign black swirling channels. I don't even watch them. I don't even pay time. I try not to even entertain that stuff they talking about because it just gives me a headache. So I don't really even watch those channels when they come up, to be honest. But thank you, Just Cakes. But let me go ahead and get to Black Pressure. Then we got you, Viral D. Anybody else that want to come up here and speak as well too? Because we don't keep the space going too much longer, y'all. It's a Thursday night, and I do appreciate you guys. I wouldn't go do a broadcast tonight, but I went ahead and say, I want to go ahead and touch up on this topic here because the actual post I had off of the site, it drew a lot of people, a lot of comments, a lot of opinions on it as well too. Like I said, I'm kind of mixed on it. To a simple fact, like I said, the dude to me, he was a complete Sambo in the purest sense of the word. He was a Sambo, but I'm looking at the larger impact of if Becky goes ahead and she gets off with this completely scot-free, which is a good chance. Because like I said, Stephanie made a great point how they're trying to frame it already, and I made the point also. You frame that this chick has got a mental issue and that she allegedly, quote unquote, was being beat by this big black buck. I can see her walking out of there and she won't do no damn time. She be sitting in some little mental place that that's not even a real hospital, sitting up here doing therapy a couple hours a day, and then she'll be out within a year or two or whatever, and no charges on her criminal record, anything like that as well too. So I'm looking at the bigger, like I say, I'm not a fan of this dude here. I'm not a fan of a lot of people that do that talk dumb like he talks, but I gotta look at the larger issue as well too, and like that's potentially other black men, other black people, getting the same treatment he got, and then the actual person that does it, the perpetrator, they get off scot-free. So let me go ahead and get the Pressure, and we got you, Viral D, as well.
Hey, News, I was going to touch on something the two ladies brought up. I know Trouble brought it up, and let's say the young lady that just spoke. And once again, this is from personal experience. I was actually talking to this Nigerian girl a year and a half, a couple of years ago. And all that shit all that stuff is game. Because she tried to run that same game on me, where they claim ignorance to the condition of.
Oh, they know, especially the ones coming over here. They educated. They know what black people been through over here.
Tell you what she told me. You know me. Any woman I talk to, I'm forcing the conversation about blackness. So I turned the conversation into that. She was from Nigeria, and she said, "Oh, where we're from, we don't learn. We don't learn about that, and we didn't know. We were talking about the slave trade. We didn't know anything about that, and I didn't learn about that till I was grown." News. Let me tell you why this game. That is a damn lie. I have co-workers and family members that have actually visited. Africa has $1 billion tourism industry where you tour the slave coast and you tour those holding dungeons that they kept these people in. This, like I say, this is $1 billion tourism industry in the west coast of Africa. Do not let these people run no game on you and tell you they don't know anything about this stuff. That is a lie. It is all game. And I'll mute up and listen.
Appreciate that, Pressure. Let me go ahead and get the Viral D. What's up? No Taxation. I see you up here as well too. Go ahead, Viral.
Let no taxation go.
All right.
Just came. I'll hold.
All right. Appreciate that. Go ahead. No Taxation. You got it.
Thank you, Viral. How you doing tonight, News?
I'm doing pretty good.
through being mad at me?
No, I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at the entire space for the simple fact that, like I said, I didn't even hear the person say that. But you know, I ain't gonna get into that tonight. But you go ahead. You got it.
I just wondered. You know, I busted in and asked if I'm still welcome. I'm bold. I really don't.
No, you always welcome now.
Thank you, because you know I can't get put out over here because I got put out everywhere else. Y'all the only ones that keep me. Have you noticed? And I just thought about this as everybody was talking. And hello to everybody in the room. Excuse me. Have you noticed that whenever something happens to Black folks now, the payback from the universe happens fairly quickly now? I don't know if y'all are noticing it, or is it just because I done got to be a certain age, and I remember the days when we had to wait around, and you know, old Black folks, of course, you know, I was born in segregation. Old Black folks used to say, well, they gonna get their comeuppance, you know, and that used to be the thing back then. But now, let me tell you something. The universe is acting real quickly on our behalf. Really quickly on our behalf. And I appreciate that. Now, as far as that, I didn't know that he was talking greasy about Black women. Because, you know, I saw them on the, I don't know if it was the TikTok or whatever it was. But anyway, I didn't really watch their videos or know anything about them too much. But I knew that they were together, and I knew he was from Africa. I didn't know that she had shot him that many times, and that he I thought she stabbed him. Did she stab him?
No, she stabbed him.
Yeah, and that's what I couldn't figure out. Like, hey, you mean to tell me she stabbed? That first stab must have really, she must have stabbed him in the neck, close to behind his ear or something. Because how he couldn't get out of that, I don't know. You know.
And you hit the right artery, and you got him.
That's what I was thinking. She must have hit something first, and then she had to research that because people don't know that. Now tell me about, and I missed almost everything. What did you say about her mother? Her mother going to jail too? She was helping her?
The parents had actually got arrested because the dad had went and got her laptop, went to her condo, got the laptop, and got her password, went on there from what it said, and you know, they end up handing the actual laptop over to her defense team, but you know, that's the part we don't really know exactly why. You know, they say potential tampering, but you know, no, they hadn't really said why they were arrested. And from my understanding, it was the father that actually went over there, was on the actual computer or whatever. So you know, I don't know exactly what it is. It had to be they had to suspect them of tampering for them to arrest both of them.
Yeah, and probably helping her. You know, after everything's said and done, she probably called home crying and said, I killed him, you know. All that old stuff, and they probably helped her cover up like that. Those people down there in Florida, not as far as Miami, but you know the ones where he had that girl. They were both white, riding all over the country, and then they got to Colorado, and she never did come back home, but he did. And come to find out that he had killed her and went to Mexico or something. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. Y'all don't really know, and I know it's because you probably are not in to see it, you know, because if you're in a work environment, they're not going to show you. But, you know, after a work environment, you'll see it. White folks are in bad shape, and they're broke. And I keep telling y'all that. Y'all don't understand. Their houses are still upside down. And the food banks, and I live in a predominant area, are saying, please bring us food, please bring us food. And it has nothing to do with those immigrants in my county, because, you know, my county took the people to court behind it. So it doesn't have nothing to do with the immigrants. It's the white folks. And this is what happens with them. They if their money gets disrupted, because I'm quite sure that was the problem between him and her. Had to be a money thing, because she was making money with him, right? So if the money was cut off, that's probably what made her pop up. Or if he told her, don't spend no money. It's always, the bottom line with white folks killing is usually about money. And that's what I'm trying to say.
And how she got him and stabbed him like that, and he didn't fight her back and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, but she got the right one. I wondered, did the mama put insurance on it? And I'm gonna let it go at that. Bye.
All right, no taxation. Thank you. Viral, go ahead. I know you let no taxation go in front of you. You got it.
Yeah, I agree with what No Taxation was saying about that karma coming back on the real fact. I mean, you look at the state they in now. You got opioids eating them up. You know, they threw us in jail for crack, but they get the treatment for them and giving them more opioids. Their birth rate is low. You got mass shootings and you got these disasters that be happening to them. Yeah, they get that payback real quick. And to speak on what Miss Trouble was saying, by them coming over here and being like that, it's the same. You know, we got the same Rocket Raccoons over here on our side. They want white acceptance and to be a little bit above you. That's all it is. What Miss Stephanie was talking about, you know, that's her prerogative. She can believe that, and that's the way she feel. That's the way she feel. But I'll say one thing about us is that it's in her humanity not to be that way, and that's why we ride for people when it happened to them. You know, I'm not gonna get out stomping and say justice for so and so, like something happened to Tommy Sotomayor. You know, I'm not gonna be joyous about it. I would feel that the person that did it probably need to be locked up. I tweet about it, but I ain't gonna get out stomping justice for Tommy. So it is what it is. I do believe that anytime one of those Caucasoids harm somebody, they need to pay for it. Whether it's one of us or one of our distant relatives, yeah. Black Pressure was talking about the West African hustle they got going on. That's exactly what it is. It's a hustle. I remember I think it was maybe 10 years ago, I was watching a video on it, and the president of Ghana was reluctant to apologize for their part in slavery. And right after that, a few years after that, that's when they started this years of return. And it's just the one big hustle. I mean, it is what it is. Some of us, you know, we buy into that and we fall for that Pan-Africanism. I know some people go over there and they can get stuff going and be successful, but I heard some nightmares over there. Like one instance, this Kansas City woman went over there and she caught malaria. And they had poor health service over there. The woman ended up dying. And the family had to come up with all of this money to even bring her body back to the States. So that's not for me. You know, I would like to go over there and visit, but it has to be the right place. But it's been a lot said in this space. And yeah, I just say for myself that, you know, we get these Rocket Raccoons over here, and you know they talk bad, but I can forgive it when something like that happens to them. But because the person that did definitely need to pay. And people can feel otherwise, you know. But I say, you know, have forgiveness for our own, but others, hey, it's 187 for you all day. And I'll land on it.
All right, appreciate that, Viral. Thank you. We ain't gonna keep the space going open too much longer, guys. This was a smaller space compared to the ones we had this week. A lot of you guys came in here late, but I know y'all a lot. If y'all missed the part one, the part two of the Somalia space about Elian Omar, catch that up. The part one definitely definitely was really, really good. Part two was pretty good as well too, but definitely catch that. You can catch that here on X, and you can definitely go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and catch those broadcasts that we had. DJ, I guess I'll go ahead and let you get it in last, and then we'll go ahead and we'll close it out for the night.
Everything that was said. We agreed to agree as usual, but I just wanted to say, get in the Jumbotron right here before you shut it down. So I tagged you, Black Pressure, a couple other folks. I hate the tag system over here on X. It's just really trash. But you get in the Jumbotron, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 from the left. 4 from the left is the like a quick little picture summary of what this dude Toby was saying. You know what I mean?
Did he actually call himself Toby though?
No, my name Kuta taxation. You know what I'm saying? It's Kuta Newstoter. Kuta. You know what I'm saying? Not Toby. You know what I'm saying? It's just my American name. You know what I mean?
Hey, offhand, guys, if y'all got Netflix, because I'm watching it right now. I know they got the We Are the World thing on documentary, so I'm gonna watch that this weekend probably. Shout out to the legendary Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, for being Lionel Richie for putting that together and whatnot, All-Star collection. So definitely catch that out. And also, I'm watching this thing, Griselda, about the cartel boss. Like, yo, that's pretty decent. So y'all, just a couple recommendations. Y'all got Netflix.
Hey, dude.
Hey,
she was a effing boss.
Yeah.
When I say, dude, let me tell you something.
She had Pablo scared.
She put Pablo Escobar. She tied his shoes and put him in the game. If you know anything about it, didn't get no bigger than him. She put him on.
Yeah. She and Pablo said that was the only man he was afraid of was her. Something like that. That lets you know, because he was a complete nutcase. But y'all check that out, man. Definitely check that out. We'll definitely be back we should be back Monday or whatever. We're gonna do a broadcast tonight. We'll probably be doing 2 to 3 broadcasts a year on X and on X and YouTube, guys. So probably won't be doing the full 4 that we used to be doing, but we'll definitely try to do a couple a week. So definitely come out and support, guys. Definitely come out and support. We're gonna try to keep the topics coming as well too. I don't want to rehash the same stuff over and over again. So we're gonna get back to trying to have some broadcasts and spaces with multiple topics as well too. You can only put so much stuff up in these jumbotrons here in the actual Twitter space or whatever. But guys, definitely come out and support. Go ahead, Stephanie, you got it. I'll let you say something real quick before we get ready to shut it down.
Okay, I just want to say this right quick. And it's off topic. There's 2 articles where Israel is infiltrating our HBCUs, and they're trying to get our children to support Israel in this war. There are 2 articles. I would be more than happy to share them with you, but this definitely needs to be discussed. We definitely need to speak to our children in any of these HBCUs and let them know how important this is to not fall for these tricks. That's pretty much all I had to say. Thank you.
Okay, we can definitely look into that. So everybody be hitting me with so many different ideas and stuff, y'all. So I definitely try to stay what's up in the mix with the news and stuff. But like you say, that's definitely worth looking at into as well. Stephanie, go ahead, DJ, you got it.
Yeah, for sure. I know you're ready to close out. So just right here, what Toby said, aka Kunta. The way black girls disgrace themselves on TV, this is just Twitter post, so I'm just looking at it from a screenshot. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Hold up. Nah, it would take too long. I would say, see if his page is still up. But, yeah, you can just go on Google right here in the Jumbotron. The 4th dot from the left-hand side is right there. It says Newstoter Original Blog, Black Pressure, and it got a little screenshot of a Twitter thing. It's just a bunch of things that he was saying. Black girls aren't the only ones who can cook in the world. Y'all the best, though. Goddamn. So, once again, I'm tired of these black girls in my government class. Yeah, that one was crazy, too, because there was some other tweets that came out about that. The thirst of black people in college shaking my damn head. Full of ignorant black women. It's just a bunch of whole stuff over here he was saying. So, when you go to the actual Google search where I laid it out in the image section of Google, you could just see a whole bunch of disparaging tweets this guy was just writing. What you call it? Where we at? Let's go to this.
The fact of the matter that this cat was talking about, and I don't have anything against, you know, white women wearing yoga pants or whatever, but the fact of the matter that they sit here and act like black women don't look good in yoga pants and stretch and everything else, that pretty much lets you know whatever he's saying is just is just not even worth paying attention to.
Yeah, for him to say that, he never seen a black.
He couldn't. So like when he said that right there, like, come on, we pressure you, me, DJ. We from the era of the, you know, the spandex, the cat suits and all that stuff. So to sit up here and start saying that, I mean, you can stop all of that nonsense right now.
I'm in the club on the girl, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just a little bit more. So I can teach a white girl a little about the African culture. When the beautiful white girl wear yoga pants, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff about the yoga pants thing. I don't understand that with them flat ass little mini meaty booties white girls be having. Nah, I need an onion.
Well, they thicker now than they were when we grew up, but still, I mean, they still ain't thicker than the black girl. So
that's fact. So, you know what I mean? Don't be simping out here because you see a fat white girl.
Yeah.
Fat ass white girl. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on. Nightfall said hold on. Nightfall said they got a cocaine Cowboys too. Now I know they had the one where they was in Miami. Don't tell me they made it. If they made,
they got one and two.
It's on Netflix.
No, it's not. I don't think it's on Netflix.
Oh.
I actually used to have.
I think it is. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I used to have both of them. I don't know where they, because I had them on DVD. I don't know where they are now. But yeah, it's one and two.
Hey, dollar DVDs, dollar CDs in my jacket.
Oh yeah, Nightfall. He also, to add to what we was talking about the wardrobe, he talking about the biker shorts. Like, don't even start on that. Don't even.
You in Florida? Remember the 2 Live Crew Move Something video?
Oh, hey, I was a jit back then, but yeah, we saw it. Oh yeah. So like I said, when this dude sitting up here talking, he's talking crazy right here. When he talking about the actual. Listen, I don't have nothing against any group of women in the world, but if you're talking about curve for curve, thickness for thickness, stop it. Come on and stop it. Don't even sit up here and talk about. I mean, this dude just wanted to simp right here for real. So, you know, no disrespect to the other women out there, but you're not going. I've never seen white women as curvy as black women in my life, and that's no disrespect to them. There's some that are out there, but when you talk about hips and stuff like that, no, stop it. I mean, I'm not even going to take this space to that point right here, y'all. Yeah, go ahead, Vyra. We're gonna go ahead and let you get it. I'm gonna get on out of here before the women like this is getting a little uncomfortable in here, Tota.
Let me know if they talk about Prince and that We Are the World and Black Pressure. Esmeralda, she was that BI, you know. She moved in silence and she created a monster that did the opposite of her.
Tell you how much money she had, man. All right, I'm the disclaimer. I've never been a D-boy, but I know everything about that. Right? She fronted this black dude in California. She fronted this dude 50 keys. When I get it, I take that back. Fronted is the wrong word. She gave this dude 50 keys. Do you know how much money that is? Raw 50 keys. One key is 50 racks a piece. Times 50 news. If you ever watched that Cocaine Cowboys, dude said in a month he was a millionaire, and she didn't let him. She didn't front it like, "Hey, pay me back." She gave it to him.
Hey, now the Cowboy, is this the one they had in Miami that time?
They both were in Miami.
Nah, the Cocaine Cowboys 1. That's the one where it was in Miami. But Cocaine Cowboys 2, that thing came out 2 or 3 years after Cocaine Cowboys 1, and that's the one they was talking about, Griselda.
Okay, I got because the one I saw was with the two dudes that was in Miami, and they end up
That's part 1.
Okay, these boys end up beating they actually end up beating the charges the first time because they had paid off people on the jury.
What's the brothers called that was racing them boats?
That was in Miami. Was that the first one?
So that was part 1.
Oh, okay. So I got to see part 2 then. Yeah, I got to see part 2.
Cocaine Cowboys 2, you'll see on the cover is Griselda Godmother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, I ain't see that one. I got to see that one.
It's the 2 dudes from Miami. You know what I'm saying? The Cubans or whatever they was. You know what I mean?
I see my boy Rock Roll up here. Let Rock Roller get up in here before we get ready to close this thing. I see Stephanie back up here too. Go ahead, Rock Roller.
Cocaine Cowboys 2 either. But you can request stuff from Netflix to put on the thing. Oh, go ahead.
What's up, Rock Roller?
Yeah, what's up, Newstoter? What's up, DJ? I just say this. I'm gonna be real quick. If you want to know how Black immigrants think, let's not forget about Bolton John, the brother who was killed in his own house by a white woman, a white cop, and his whole family forgave him. And another example is the little black immigrant boy that was killed for knocking on the white man's door, and his mama was married to a white man. And I'm gonna land right there.
Talking about Ralph Yarl.
I'm not sure if it was Ralph or it was because you had one.
I think you're talking about the mother, Ike Owens down in Florida where you at.
Okay. Then we do a space on her.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Appreciate you coming up here, Rock Roller. Go ahead, Stephanie. You got it.
I just wanted to say that there was an article about 2 days ago with Griselda Blanco's son. He wasn't pleased about the movie that you're talking about because he said it didn't bring real likeness to his mother of who she truly was. And and then he said that none of the producers, none of the screenwriters, none of the directors, no one contacted his family in order to do that movie. So they're pretty upset behind that. I just want to tell you.
Yeah. I remember he was saying that. I think he was talking about that what's her name? The star. She didn't look anything like the mama either. Whatever. So yeah. Who was that? Yeah, Sophia. Yeah, they tried to make her look as much, but yeah, I mean, Sophia looked different. So it is what it is. But all right, y'all. Good space. It was a smaller space, guys, but good space nonetheless. So I appreciate all you guys coming up in here tonight with us, chilling. And Nightfall, I am going to watch that. Yeah, I know the government. We know the government set up the cocaine explosion. The government set up the whole drug explosion. I mean, at any time they wanted to stop it, they could. But you got to wonder how much money they getting from it all as well, too. You got the system set up and you got all this stuff. The same way these cops be getting all of this dope and stuff in these neighborhoods. And what's going on, Viral?
When you got some free time, look up Mena, Arkansas, and Bill Clinton. That was during the time George H. Bush was president. No, he was vice president with Reagan. And that's when all of that trafficking was going on. Mena, Arkansas. Bill Clinton, Mena, Arkansas.
I'll definitely have to check that one out too as well too. I will definitely have to check that out. Nightfall said, yeah, Sophia looked nothing like Griselda. Like, yeah, no doubt. She looked nothing like he shouldn't be up there. He shouldn't actually be mad that they actually casted her to play his mom. Like, he should consider that a compliment, his dumb ass. But it
was the Falcone brothers. That dude was racing them both.
The Falcone brothers? Okay. That was the one in Miami because they showed them building up the skyline and all that from the drug money, right? Oh, yeah. I got to watch 2. I got to see where 2 at. Gotta watch 2. But all right, family. I appreciate y'all as always, guys. Thank you for support.
Hey, just real quick, not even interrupt. I think Cocaine Cowboys 2 is like one of those straight to DVD joints. That's why you don't see it like that on the internet. Because I remember having that joint back then. But go ahead, though.
Okay, I'm gonna look around for it or something to see. If I'm surprised that Tubi or somebody like that ain't showing it. So. I'm gonna definitely look for it. I'm gonna look for it because I want to. Because the one, them guys is ridiculous in Miami. But I'm gonna definitely have to catch that one as well too, man. So, like I say, I gotta finish watching the one with Griselda. That's pretty good right there.
It is on Tubi. It's on Tubi, Amazon, Apple TV.
Oh, for real? Did the cocaine's too?
Yeah, a matter of fact, it's on. I think no, it's only 2 minutes. I was about to say it's on YouTube, but it's on.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out because I definitely want to see that. So I'm glad that Nightfall mentioned that one. So
Oh, totally.
what's up, Vi? Everybody, go ahead and shut it. I'm gonna let you say one last thing, then we're gonna shut it down.
Put it in the jumbotron. I did that shit, and I was ignorant for it.
Self snitching, bro. What the hell?
I know, right?
Call all out. Call all out if you need a lawyer.
Hey,
I
man,
did that shit.
try not to curse, my boy, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. I put it in the jumbotron.
Okay.
3 grown for that shit.
And he came right back with a curse word, but oh, okay. I see I see that. Real talk, man. But let me go ahead, y'all. We're gonna shut this one down. So peace, love, peace, reparations, like Nightfall said on YouTube to everybody. Y'all have a good weekend. We will see y'all next week. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Adios, peace. Adios, peace. Adios, peace.